What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, it is Friday, the Friday before Classic Plastic, and laid out behind me is what I'm going to bring to the show. So, not including Heather's Land Rover, I'm bringing 10 models to the show this year. It was a tough decision. I have a few other ones that I thought about bringing, but when it comes right down to it, I wanted to have 10 for myself, and then obviously Heather's one. So, what I have done is laid these out here, and I'm going to go over this with you real quick, what I'm going to bring, and then I'm going to show you how I polish them, and then I'm going to show you how I pack them. But I dropped the ball. So, I don't have everything laid out here that I need. I'm going to spin around and I'm going to grab, I think I should be able to, yeah. I'm going to grab what I need. Hold, please. Fancy new camera doesn't mean I'm going to edit stuff. Alright. I'm back. Okay. So, let's talk about what I'm going to bring. So, to start with, I'm going to bring, that doesn't need to be on there. I'm going to bring the USAC build from last year. So I'm going to bring the GTX. This is probably one of my favorite builds. All of these builds I think, kind of hold a special place for me this year. Not all of them were built this year, but for this year, I'll explain when I get there anyway. So the first one is the Hemi Out of Control GTX, the USAC build from last year. Then is the plow truck. So I think this one came out really nice. I'm very happy with the way this one went together and looked. So we're going to bring this one. Then we're going to bring, oh my gosh, the 37 Ford. Another one of my favorites. I will probably enter this in Street Machine class, because that's what it is, or Hot Rod. No, not Street Machine, Hot Rod. I'm sorry. Or Street Rod. Good grief. I'll get it right eventually, maybe, I hope, before I get there. But anyway, so this is the 37 Ford. I like that one a lot. Then this one will go in curbside. This is the Isuzu 117 Coupe, the new version. I'm going to bring that. Then for the Club Challenge this year, it was Lamborghinis. I built one that didn't come out so hot. That's this one. I'm not real happy with this one. The paint's not really that good. The fit of the model is really not that good. I had a lot of trouble with this one, if you guys remember, with the paint kind of going berserk on me. So this was Plan A. Excuse me, guys. I'm going to go with Plan B. Lamborghini Gallardo SE. This one's not too bad. Damn tickle in my throat. Anyway, that never happens to me unless I'm trying to record a video or I'm talking on the phone with somebody important and I don't have a beer here to drink. Anyway, let me see if I can slide this out of the way. Oh, we're doing a good job today, huh? Oh, geez, I just bumped the camera. Anyway, so we just showed these off not too long ago, but the Land Rovers, my Land Rover, and of course, Miss Heather's Land Rover. Another one of my favorite builds is the pulled pork Chevy Blazer. So we're going to bring this one. This will be competition non-drag. I love that truck. That came out so nice. At least I think so anyway. Then this year, the theme, the 2020 theme was Nova sub-theme. I'm sorry. The 2023 sub-theme was Chevy Nova again. Any Chevy Nova built any way you'd like, right? So this is a model I built for last year's show. That's the Mobius gasser. I really like how that came out too. Now, if you guys that have long-time subscribers have been following me for a while, you know that I built this for last year's show to compete. It did not win. Nothing. So, in my mind, and correct me if you guys think differently or whatever, but I feel like if I bring a model to a show and it wins, then you don't bring it back to that show, right? So the next year, if you had a model at last year's show and it won for a second or third in a class, then you don't bring it back to the show the next year, right? You retire it because it won an award. So luckily for me, this one did not win. I don't expect it to win this year either, but I can bring it back and I can put it on the table. So there's that one. Then there is the wagon. That's coming with me. And last, but certainly not least, is the Street Machine group build for this year's build, the Yenko. This, I think, is my all-time favorite build so far, to date, out of everything. This one went together exactly like I had hoped. The paint looks exactly like I wanted it to. The stance is exactly like I wanted. I have zero complaints about this build and the way it went together and the way it looks. So I'm really excited to show this one off. Again, I don't expect any of these models to win any trophies. That's not what it's about. First, it's about hanging out with my buddies and going and hanging out at a show and looking at other people's builds. It's not about trophies. Like I said a couple seconds ago, there's an etiquette, I think. Like if it was to win something, you know, you shouldn't compete again with that thing at the same show again. I don't know. I could be wrong, guys, but that's the way I feel. So, but anyway, that's really cool. And I'm super excited about this one. I can't wait for people to see it and get some feedback on it. I'm really hoping that it gets a lot of good feedback. I'm hoping. I'm sure there's mistakes on here that people will be able to pick out. I know a couple of them, but it's okay. Whatever. I have gone off on an off-ramp, and I apologize, but that's the other model that's going with me. So that's the 10. Now, I've got to clean these things up. They've been sitting in plastic cases. They get dirty. You know, I take them out every once in a while for people to see. They get handled. They, you know, yada, yada, yada. They need to be cleaned up and polished, right? So how do I do that? Well, I've already polished all of these once. So when I finish a model, the last thing I do is I clean it. I use the Novus, the 1 and the 2. Is it the 1 and the 2? Yeah, the 1 and the 2. Then I use this. This is what I use for the final coat of whatever I put on it. It is Meguiar's Carnauba wax, just a regular car wax. So, what do I apply those with? Okay, so a very good friend of mine pointed out that the best thing to use on these is 100% cotton flannel. So I have a piece here. I have a bunch of this stuff. It's, you know, soft cotton flannel, and I cut it into little squares like this. All right. So these little squares are good for I've been known to polish 2, maybe 3 model cars before I'm done with these and I throw them out. So what do I do? Let's go with, let's do the roof on the USAC build, right? And it's going to be hard for you guys to see me, so I'm going to try and do it. Well, you can kind of see that it's like back here. You can see, right? So shake it up. I take one of these little cloths, fold it over as such. I put just a dab of that wax. Just a dab of that wax on the end of it. Right, and then I rub it onto the car. I do small circular motions. I'm not in any way saying that this is the only way that you guys should do this. I'm sure that you other folks out there have your own methods, and I'm sure they are all fantastic. I'm just showing you how I do this for myself. And so far, it's always worked out really well. So I got a nice even coat of wax on there like that. Did the B-pillars too. Set that aside. Set the model down. Then I wait. I sit here, or I'll get a second one going. I will do no more than 2 at a time, though, because you lose track of where you are. At least I do. So I get 2 cars sitting here, and I do 1 roof, 2 roofs. 1 roof, 2 roof type of deal. You know what I mean? I stay like kind of in my own head. I don't want to get ahead of myself, so I do this roof, that roof. Then I'll wipe this one, and then wipe that one type of deal. I don't need to really explain this that far to you guys, but anyway. So, while that's drying, let's see, I've got to reach into here. Again, like I said, just because we got fancy new equipment, pay no attention to that. Just because we got fancy new equipment doesn't mean I'm going to get everything ready and edit stuff. That ain't going to happen. So, while that's drying, set that there. I take my second cloth. I fold it over again. Pick this up. Okay, yeah, that's... Once this dries to a haze, this is just like doing a real car. So you wax, like when I wax my 1-to-1, I'll do the hood, and then once the wax is on the hood, I'll do the fender, and then I'll go back to the hood and I'll wipe the wax off the hood while the wax on the fender is drying. Type of, you get what I mean. Anyway, so that's dry to a haze. I take my second pad and I just lightly buff it. Just like this. Lightly buff it off. Don't put too much pressure. Just enough to get the wax off. The roof, the B-pillar, away from the trim. Just enough. And you might have to sit here for a couple minutes, you know, and get that off there. Like that. Then I flip it over to the clean side. Then I do this. Circular motions. Just taking my time. Going nice and easy. And there it is, guys. There's the shine on that roof. So I will do now. What I'll do is I'll do that to the hood, go back and wipe that off, do that to the hood type of deal, and I'll work my way through all of these. Which is gonna be so much fun. Anyway, this is probably maybe the most boring part for me of building models and getting ready to do models at a show is the tediousness of wiping these down. Good grief. So now that I've done that, okay, so we're gonna pack this one up, kind of, sort of. What I do is I don't have any special cases. I got tubs, Sterilite tubs. Okay, so I take my case, my display case. I lay a terry cloth. These are like car detailing, like terry cloths. I lay the terry cloth in the case like so. Like I said, I'm really not prepared for this, so I take the model like so, put it inside the case. Then I take another terry cloth. I lay it over the top of this. Then I use the base as a lid, like this. So said model is packed up like that. Then I put, sometimes if I'm going a really long distance, I'll tape these shut. For this show I shouldn't need to do that, but so then I'll take this and I'll set it inside the Sterilite tub, and I stack them like that so that they don't, you know, they're packed in there pretty tight. And that is how I carry my stuff to the show. That's it. It's as easy as that. Like I said, the worst part is it's tedious because I've got to do, well, actually I only have to do 9 because Heather's Land Rover has flat paint on it, and my Land Rover is meant to be not shiny, so I didn't polish that at all. So yeah, I've got 9 of these things to do tonight. So I'm gonna, after I get off here with you guys, I'm gonna crack myself open a beer, and I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna polish all 9 of these, pack them up nice and tight, get them in this tub, or this tub, and then 2 more that I have under here, and they'll be all ready to go for tomorrow morning when we hit the road. Because so on show weekends, I have my club meeting is always the day before the show. So I get up in the morning, we have breakfast, we load the car on show weekend. We head down to Massachusetts. It's roughly a 2-hour ride. We get to the meeting. We do our meeting thing. Then we go get a late lunch, and then we go to the hotel room where I stay until 4 a.m. I get up at 4 a.m., meet everybody at the hall that we rent at 5 a.m. to set up tables, lay out cards, table, you know, the drop cloth, the separations for all the classes. There's a lot to do. And I mean a lot to do. I might see how this goes. I might try and capture a little bit of that on film. But, like I said, it's super busy. I'm kind of hoping that I can get Heather to come in a little bit early, and she can catch a little bit of the like goings-on while we're all setting up and doing our thing. That's my plan. Don't tell her that yet. I'm going to spring that on her. Wish me luck. If I don't come back, it's because she killed me. Anyway, so yeah, that's the deal. So there you have it. Wish me luck at the show. Not that I really need any. Like I said, it's not about winning awards. It's about having fun with your friends, getting stuff on the table, looking at other people's builds, hearing the feedback is what it's all about for me. I want to have people tell me, you know, you did a dang good job on that. That is really nice. Or you did a really good job on that, but I mean, it all works out in the end, and that's what we're here for. So I think I covered everything. Again, thank you for watching. This is a long video, guys. This is way past my 10-minute mark. I'm probably approaching 20 at this point, but I wanted to show you guys a rundown of the entire process and whatnot. So, thanks for hanging in there. I appreciate it if you did. Even if you clicked in and fast-forwarded through 15 parts of this, you know what? Thank you for doing that too, because just clicking on my video is good for my channel, and I appreciate it. So there you have it. I will talk to you most likely Sunday from the show. We're going to do some filming from there, and I'm going to try to interview a couple of people. So there'll be probably multiple videos coming from Sunday, which is going to be really cool for me. I've not done multiple videos from a show before, I don't think. I think usually I just kind of walk through the show. I don't know. I'm feeling adventurous. So maybe I'll do 2 or 3 videos from Sunday. Who knows? We'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you on the next one. Bye, guys.